Hi everyone, my name is Abel Ibanez Vargas, and well, I am going to talk about you of this beautiful place called Filipinas. Well, Filipinas, you might say, where is it? Where is it exactly? And um, in a map, where can I find it? Well, Filipinas is right here, as you can see, Filipinas. And well, it's um it's almost next to Taiwan and Hong Kong. So right here in Filipinas, um, the capital of it is Manila. As you can see, Manila is right here. Well, in Manila, their official idioms that they talk is Filipino um, and English, but most of them talk English. Why? Because approximately in Filipinas there are 175 languages that are spoken, and well, 175 languages that are spoken in Filipinas, only like we could say the 50 or 30% of the people now in Filipinas know the um, native language, because originally um, Filipinas is part of Asia. There are regions from China, India, and the United States and Spain. Filipinas is a place where you could find American, Chinese, Indian, Asian, and Spanish people in their location. It's a mixture of everyone, where everyone is most of way they are combined, and well, they get along with each other. And as I know so far, there are 79 ingenious ingenious ethnic groups. So these groups are divided in different sections in Filipinas, and some have their own tradition, some others have their types of living. And well, the Philippines, indeed, they have like the form to, or the way to adapt themselves for what for whatever weather are they going to confront. So let's say that it's cold, they can, how can I say it? They can adapt themselves to the weather. So as we can see, they can adapt themselves with the weather, and they don't have no problems. And now passing to the next thing I'm going to say, it's their money. This is Filipino pesos. That's how that's how they know their money. It's a mixture in Spanish and American language. As we could see, if we compare the 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 money, it looks like other pesos here in Mexico. If we go with the last one right here, I don't know if you can see my pointer right here. It looks like a five peso a Mexican 5 peso. Huh? So this is the Filipino peso, and well, this is how that's how their money is. There are some, how can I say, some bills that are also known as Filipino pesos. There are bills from 100 to 1000 and beyond. It's it has the faces of important people in Filipino, so like presidents and other persons. And well, as we move on, I am going to talk about what is the cultural aspects in Philippines. As we can read right here, Philippines are known as settlers in many parts of the world because they are regrind as chameleons. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the video. They are known, they're well known because they're like chameleons. They easily adapt to different types of environments or climax, as I could say. um, and right here we could read that they developed to survive. They know what survival is. As as you read this and you're saying yourself, how to survive? What what's the method to survive? Well, they had developed the survival part of their instincts that we all had, but a lot of years, a lot of years that had passed. Our ancestors um, were first developing the survival mode. Survival mode is when you go hunting, you have to survive, eat, have to go for your food, catch your food, kill your food. That's the way the survival mode is. That's how the Filipinos are still developing the survival in their environment, in their place. And well, as I repeat, the Filipinos are they are adaptable to different environments. Cold, hot, or warm, it doesn't matter. They they adapt themselves and they don't have any problem. So well, moving to the other thing that I was going to comment is the important people in Philippines. Well, as you can see right here, this is Sultan Dukbart. Sultan Dukbart, well, let me say, as you can read, he was born on 1582 in Maguindana, Filipinas. Well, who was he? Sultan Muhammad Dipotan Kodarat was Moorish. Was a Moorish sultan of the Philippines and direct descendant of the precious Sultan Mohammed Kabungswingan. Well, he was the first person, or the first, like, president, as we could say it nowadays, that was a Filipino person. He he was a very important person because he was like the president there, and he is a really important figure for everyone. So he, like, how could I say it? He was a person who raised up the culture of the Filipinos, who known that the Filipinos do exist. So that's the importance. And well, he was born in 1582 in Maguindanao, Filipinas, and then died in 1671 in the same place, Maguindanao, Filipinas. So he was like the descendant of the other presidents of Filipinas. Moving on to the second person most important, even in Filipinas, was her name Melchora Aquino. Well, Melchora Aquino de Ramos was a Philippine revolutionary also known as Tandang Sora. In the history of the Filipinos, she was known because of her age. As the Filipinos revolutionary broke in 1896, and she was already 84 years old by then. And well, she was a revolutionary woman in Filipino, and like she was battling, doesn't know why or for what, I think for rights, for the revolution. So she was in the battle of the Revolution Filipino. So she was born on 1812, January 6th, in Colocan, Filipinas. Then she died on February 9th, 1990. Excuse me. She died on February 19th, 19th, in Colocan, Filipinas. So these persons did attribute some important things. Sultan and Melchora did attribute important things because they were persons who wanted, as I far know, some rights for the Filipinos. Because then started coming Spain tried it to conquer Philippines and other parts, and as well the revolution was then given and passed everything up. Moving on, the next thing is that the traditions in Filipinos. Well, some traditions in Filipinos are wearing polka dot dresses, and well, polka dot dresses are dresses that have polka dots. So you might know what it is. You might have an idea. Jumping high when the clock strikes 12 o'clock. That's one of the traditions in New Year's Eve. So from here, you say, why jumping uh, at 12 o'clock as New Year's Eve? It's something rare for us that we're not Filipinos and well live in Mexico, and it's just rare, no? The other thing is the voracity of round-shaped fruits. Well, they have or they believe that round-shaped fruits are symbol of prosperity and fortune. This too is a rare tradition in New Year's Eve in Filipinas. So even though you say a round fruit, doesn't matter what fruit, but it just needs to be round. You say, okay, so they believe that round fruit give them prosperity and fortune. It looks like nothing from other world, but that's what they believe. Well, another tradition that is made in Filipinas is the sticky rice, eating sticky rice. So, well, you might say, why sticky rice? It's a tradition, eating it. Almost, well, they believe that eating sticky rice will bind family together and strengthen them up. So, it's like if you eat sticky rice with your family, there will not be um, separations in the family, and it would be a really strong family in all that year. So, what I imagine is that imagine that you have a family in Philippines, and that family member or that family got married with someone in Philippines, and now he has the tradition to eat sticky rice or putting a round fruit, whatever round fruit, and well, you say like, okay, why is there a round fruit in the center of the table, and why are we eating rice, sticky rice? No, so you say, but well, the round fruit is just a fruit, but what gives me like something that I do not understand is that why are they eating sticky rice? And they say to you, no, it's because eating sticky rice is a tradition every year here in Filipinas, and it believes that if we eat sticky rice, we will bind family together and the family will be a lot of stronger for the year. There will not be separations, nothing like that, and not even um, discussions. So you say, well, I did not expect that, and that's something rare, no? That's how, well, that's how I should have react, and it's a tradition from Philippines. Well, moving on to the important places in Filipinas. Well, we'll, I am going to say three important places in Filipinas, or three places that we uh, we have the time and life and the opportunity to visit. Well, I'm going to say these three places that called my attention and really liked it. So, starting off with the first place, Burnham Park. Well, Burnham Park known is well known as a reservation, historic, and urban park located on downtown Baguio, Philippines. This park, as you can see, it's big and it has its own lake where you can be on boat and well, you can walk in around that lake. There are like little concrete paths that go around all the park where you can walk, where you can sit on the grass and be with your family, friends, whatever. So, well, that's the Burnham Park. And it was designed and Epnium's American architects, designed by Eponymous American architects. Sorry, it's a hard word to say. And well, moving on, and besides being designed by Eponymous American architects, well, it's a Baguio city planner too. So the person that made this park is called Daniel Burnham. Daniel Burnham is the person that made this historic and urban park. Really gorgeous, I have to say. Moving on to the second place is this Rizal Park. Rizal Park, also known as Luneta Park or simply Luneta, is a historic urban park located in Ermita, Manila. This is too a historic park, so why? So I think, and in my opinion, it's a historic park because as we can see there's a monument and in the monument there are persons. Okay, so I could say in my opinion, in my words, that this park it's a historic park because of it's a monument or um, something to remember a person of Filipinos that did something special for the whole Filipino people of Filipinas. And a curious fact, this is one of the largest urban parks in Asia, converting in an area of 58 hectares. 58 hectares is a lot. Comparing it with the first park, with the Burnham Park, the Rizal Park, it is much bigger than the first park. So I cannot imagine how much, or what big is the park. So it is really big. And then moving on to the last place that is well known and good to visit. In my opinion, it looks very expensive. So is the Okada Manila Casino Resort and Hotel Complex. As you heard very well, it is a casino resort and a hotel. It is really big. It looks like it has a lot of good stuff. It's like for rich people, it looks. So let me tell you something about this. It's located on the Entertainment City in Filipinas, and in 2007, with a total construction cost of about 250 billion yens. You heard very well, 250 billion yens. That's a lot of money. And spending at least 7 years of construction. As you can see, in first place, you could say, okay, it looks like a boat. Like, I don't know. It looks like a boat, like a cruising boat. When you are in a cruising boat, like, oh my god. And as you can see, in this photo, it's all crystal. It's glass. It's really big and it's made of glass. And it has like extravagant designs or colorful designs. Obviously, let's say that it's a Japanese billionaire who constructed the Okada Manila Spa Hotel and Resort. And the person who built this, because as I mentioned, is a Japanese billionaire named Kazuo Okada. Kazuo Okada is a Japanese billionaire, and well, he established and manages the Okada Manila. It's really big, and it looks like it cost a fortune to be there for 1 week, and I cannot imagine how much it will cost if you stay just there one night. I was like, it must be a lot of money. And well, this is all for today's video. I hope you liked it. If, if there's something that I missed or did not explain very well, comment down below, give a like, and it's all for today. So, thank you.